guys and gals, never here from Drakewing Gaming, and stuff you on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you of a Let's Play episode of When I Knew You. So y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Speaking of affairs, have you had any, the good kind, of course. You mean a relationship? Yeah, that. Learn to choose your words, Callum. Sorry. If you're asking me if I have a partner, the answer is no. Unfortunately for you. What's that supposed to mean? Means you're nosy. I bet if I brought someone home, you'd try to interview them. Maybe when I was like 4, I'd do that to your friends. I'm way too shy to do that now. Once a meddler, always a meddler. We quiet down as a waiter comes in and serves us our food, but when he leaves, Dad gives me a curious stare. Woof! My mouth's kind of full, having shoved the spaghetti in my mouth the moment the waiter turned his back. How's Marcus doing? I choke on a spaghetti strand, covering my mouth as I cough it up. Huh? What about him? I was just asking how he's doing, Callum. He smiles politely at me, but a part of me knows exactly what he's doing. He's fine. Must be tough having to juggle all his responsibilities and still make time for his social life. How do you know about Marcus's responsibilities? This town is a lot smaller than you think, Callum. He takes a bite of his chicken Alfredo, a look of deep thought etched on his face. O'Brien. Yeah, he's a good kid. Real dependable. Doesn't get into trouble, at least not usually. And he sure likes having you around. There's also the fact he's... Dad! I get it, Dad! Jeez! Better call him and let him know you definitely don't hate him. Is that what he thinks? That boy worries too much. You can say that again. Matter of fact, why don't you tell O'Brien to come on over one of these days? What? Yeah, so he and I can have a chat. Yeah, that's definitely not happening. Oh, come on. I'm not going to intimidate the poor kid. Just want to ask him some questions. Oh, but Dad, Marcus is really busy. Didn't you say so yourself? If he can make time for you, he can make time for me. Whatever. I grumble, shoving another fork of food in my mouth. Marcus would make time for anyone, not like I'm particularly special. Right? Monday, 7:53 a.m. It's a dark, cloudy day here in Pricefield. People pile into the gray monochrome hallways, saying hello to the friends they haven't seen during the weekend, but I do not have the same luxury. There's a mystery in this town, one that I have to solve no matter what. But to do that, I need to... Milady? Milady? Huh? Thinking about ways to overthrow the government? I feel you, man. What? No, I was... Being melodramatic, that's what. Thinking about the case. The case? Oh, you mean David? Yeah, I have to start asking questions, and my only viable lead is the football team. You're taking this pretty seriously. Were you watching Law & Order last night? Maybe, but that's besides the point. This is serious, Troy. It's David we're talking about. You should have seen how upset Lupe was. Well, yeah, that much I know, but Callum, do you think something actually happened to him? I mean, David really did want to leave this place, you know. Yeah, trust me, I know. So, what do you think? Lupe knows her brother more than we ever could. If she thinks something happened to him, I'll believe her, and I'll do whatever I can to figure out what happened. I would like to think he's still out there. Me too, so we gotta hope for the best and keep looking. Yeah, alright. So, who's the first lead? Well, naturally, Marcus would be a perfect lead considering he spent so much time with David. But... Exactly, he's not opening up anytime soon. So we go for the second best. Baxter. Uh-huh, he's gotta know a thing or two. The tricky part is how to go about asking him. Why would that be a problem? Trust no one, Troy. Is that what Detective Olivia Benson says? It's common knowledge for detectives, Maddox. Try to keep up, will ya? Alright, fine, Diaz, whatever you say. So when do you plan on asking him? Maybe after school? Marcus doesn't have practice, I don't think. Yeah, Monday's a free day for him, but I thought you were looking for Baxter. What's Marcus got to do with this? Marcus is our gateway to Baxter. We get to Marcus first and ease our way into interrogating Bax. I seriously don't get why you can't just ask Baxter directly. Trust the process. If it was so easy, why don't you do it, Fair point. That expression. Exactly, so let me do the detective work. You just, beat up whoever comes close. Aye, aye, Captain. Detective, you mean? Right, sorry, Diaz. Well, I've got to go. First period's pretty far from here, but I'll meet you later tonight. I'll meet you later, alright? Sounds good. I'll see you then. Adios! He ruffles my hair, and with a wink, he heads over to his classroom. I take out my phone and check the time. 8:21 a.m. Huh. Not that late. Maybe I can text Karina and ask if she has Baxter's number. That way I can avoid talking to him directly. Master of avoiding confrontation. I feel a large hand softly hitting the top of my head, startling me for a second. But when I look up, my heart really starts to race. Marcus! Morning. He gives me a strangely melancholic smile, giving my head one more gentle tap before retreating his hand. Good morning. How's Troy? Huh? He's talking to you again, right? Oh, yeah, he's good. Good to hear. You know, you should really apologize to him soon. Me? Yes, you. I'm tired of the silent treatment you two have going on. We're supposed to be together, remember? Well, yeah, but... Marcus. Come on, Cal. You know Before I can stop myself, I wrap my arms around him, hugging him tightly. Cal? I bury my red face in his chest, gripping the back of his signature varsity jacket. Mine being so bold right now is beyond me, but I feel like there's a small, evil part of me that knows exactly what I'm doing. It doesn't take Marcus long to reciprocate the gesture, gently petting my hair as he slowly wraps his other arm around my entire waist. Please, I want us all to be okay again. Alright, fine. You win. I'll apologize. I pull my face away from his chest and smile gratefully up at him. Thank you. He practically growls this, an obvious faked annoyance, giving me a grumpy frown. That quickly turns into his bright, easygoing smile. Maybe we could all go to Carolina's party on Friday, as a group. I thought that was for Halloween. That's Darcy's. Oh, alright. He chuckles and gives my head another pet, which is when I realize I haven't actually let go of him. So I do, smoothing out my hair and turning away from him. 1 second, help me adjust my feet. There we go. You good? Saved by the bell. Again. Let's get going. Right. Lead the way, Diaz. Don't tell me you heard that. Just a bit. I sigh a frustrated sigh and walk in front of him, rubbing at my face. This is bad. Kinda didn't want to let go for a second there. Third period English class, 10:23 a.m. The dark air persists in this gloomy Monday, the sky frowning as it... Yeah, that's enough of that. There's nothing particularly off about today, actually, apart from the usual Monday drowsiness that everyone and their mom has. And I'm sure our teacher, Miss Jimenez, is seeing that all too clearly. Everyone's either asleep on their phone or trying to talk to each other quietly. It's not very quiet. As much as I like to join my fellow sleepy classmates, I swore to never fall asleep in school again. Not after last time. Alright guys, up, up, up! My attention snaps to her as a chorus of moans and groans come from the sleeping students. No, come on people, I've got an assignment for you guys. Ugh, great, just what I needed, a distraction from the case. I'd like you to put in pairs to start off. My eyes immediately snap to my left where I know Marcus sits, only to catch him looking right back at me. Guess we had the same idea. And before you guys start making your own pairs, I'm choosing who goes with who. Another round of protest comes, this time a bit louder, but Miss Jimenez shuts it down pretty quickly. Don't want to hear it. You guys won't get anything done if I don't assign you someone other than your buddies. I shoot Marcus a dirty look and he rolls his eyes, sticking his tongue out. Being paired with someone I don't know is like the absolute worst case scenario for me, so I'm praying to every god I can think of to pair me up with Marcus. Please pair me up with Marcus, as Miss Jimenez starts calling us in order to pair us up. It doesn't take long for her to get to me, since I'm one of the first on the list. Let's see. Callum, Diaz, you're gonna be with Marcus O'Brien, come on Persephone, come on Zeus, come on. Well, maybe not Zeus. Come on Aphrodite, throw me a bone. Let's pair you up with Ronan, shall we? No! Who's Ronan? With teary eyes, I look around the room to see if I could find this Ronan guy. And then my eyes fall on Ronnie, who's a couple of seats in front, looking back at me with that signature cool glare. He gives me a quick nod. The kind guys use to greet each other, and I hastily nod back to him. Ronan, huh? Go figure. It wasn't Marcus, but at least it's not a complete stranger. Not to mention, I can take advantage of this situation. I'll keep my faith in you, Aphrodite. Monday, 3:54 p.m. I'm like, totally freaking out! I'm at the library now, sitting alone at a small table, waiting for Ronnie to come back with some books, since apparently you need a library card to even touch the books here. Normally, I wouldn't be so nervous about doing a school project with a friend of Marcus, but can't say I don't have an ulterior motive. My phone vibrates, I take it out to see that it's a text from Troy. Yo, where are you? Shit, forgot we were supposed to meet after school. Library. What? Why? Doing a school thingy. But get this, I'm with Ronnie. Oh, that's right, Troy. Who? Oh, Ricky. Ronnie. Yeah, cool. Cool your crush. No, idiot. I can ask him stuff. Like on a date? Troy. Lol. What about Baxter? I'm sure Ronnie knows a thing or two. Awesome, go get him, Sherlock. Shush. Hey, get off Tumblr for a second, nerd. Ronnie plops a couple of thin books on the table and sits next to me, leaning back in his chair a bit. Oh, sorry. I quickly put my phone away, keeping my head low in shameful embarrassment. Oh, this is embarrassing. I think I get schooled by him. He puts an arm around the back of my chair and leans his body back even further, his huge frame a bit too big for the chair, it seems. That was a joke. I was joking. I blinked at him for a second, then managed to let out a laugh. Oh, good. I was starting to think you were a Disney Channel bully or something. Nah, I'm more of a Nick bully. What's the difference? That I'm cooler, duh. Heh, that's a good one, actually. Well, have fun getting slimed, I guess. Heh. He sighs and reaches for one of the books on the table, flipping through it. Alright, so what are we even doing? Write a short story, right? Yeah, but she said something about 2 endings. Oh, yeah, write a story and then we each have to write a different ending to it. Sounds easy enough. Got any ideas? Let's see. Ronnie and I spend the next 15 minutes or so making up a story. A pretty basic one, but one I think it has some merit. We decided on the story of a Hollywood actress who falls in love with her married co-star, and they have an affair. All right, you write the romance scenes? Why me? You look like the romance novel type. Well, maybe, but still. What are you gonna do then? What are you gonna do then? I'll write from the guy's perspective. What about the endings? How about one where they run away together and one where she stays alone? That's actually a pretty good idea. You sure you don't read romance novels? I don't read, period. Rom-coms, then? My sister likes them. Sure she does. Anyways, want to write the runaway ending? Sure, sounds good. Then we're settled. He throws the book he was holding, a how-to book for writing stories, on the table and stretches, groaning loudly. We're done already? But I need to ask him about it. I'll start writing the beginning, then hand it over to you when the girly stuff starts happening. Oh, yeah, alright. Something wrong? Huh? No, for some reason I feel bad for trying to interrogate him. He's been nothing but nice, but it feels almost like using him. But this is for Lupe, and for me, too. Can I ask you something? Sure. Do you know why David ran away? He's a bit taken aback by this, looking at me as if questioning my reasons to ask such a thing. Yeah. You don't? Well, I don't have the whole story. Huh. He rubs his jaw, looking down with a troubled look on his face. David was, in deep shit. Drugs, debt, the whole 9 yards. Wait, debt? Yeah, David owed a lot of people a lot of cash. It was like a cycle. He spent his money on drugs, and he borrowed money, which he spent on more drugs, and he borrowed more money. You get the picture. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it was bad. My stomach turns into a knot picturing David getting into the horrible habits I've seen all too close up. Everyone keeps saying drugs, but do you know exactly what kind of drugs? Not all of them, but he was definitely doing coke. I shudder. That's what she overdosed on. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!